Wonderful, wonderful. Hello, Oleg. Good to see you. And there's a couple of other people in the Katerina, Monica. How's everybody doing? I believe living very not too distracted, Michael. Okay, I have a couple of questions. Some is a comment from the people who joined the Sangha previously, and some from the social media. But by the way, I had a really great time traveling to Croatia, and the weather was really nice. I had a very strong lightning and what do you call it? Thunderstorm, very strong. And after the lightning and thunderstorm, it went really beautiful, like lots of trees, birds. It was quite stunning. You know, I haven't been there in a May before, so it's like a rain was almost like somebody had turned the tap on, like really strong rain. So that was nice. So back to London, and I believe everybody's celebrating the. Are you having parties in the US, Anthony? No. German people are, a lot of them are here for Queens. I think there's some celebration going on about Queen in the UK. So I think this bird is trying to make a house in my house, in a studio. So it's becoming quite noisy if you can hear it. But if not, I have a few questions. First question I had is that I am not sure if the joy is sprouting in my day-to-day living. Perhaps I meditate wrongly. That's one question. And I think that question might have been on some Instagram post, which I published at some point about meditation, creating lots of joy in the life, and other aspirations into the life. So, joy, meditation is not expectation at one point. Sometimes joy might be happening, but your mind is busy creating the definition of joy, what you will define what joy is. And then you're supposed to see the joy that's supposed to be created through the meditation as per your definition, as per your understanding, based on what you have heard from other people's joy, what you have probably read about it, or you so badly would like it to happen, like miraculous joy, or something. It's like out of a normal day-to-day experience, or some floating through the space, or singing, dancing with the stars when you close the eyes, or there's many different ideas people have of joy. But if you are meditating, I don't believe, perhaps you might be right, meditating wrongly. Any meditation you do is not right or wrong. It's just your intention while you're meditating. The practice, what it may seem wrong to a person, it may be suitable to somebody. What is suitable to you today may not be suitable in a month or two, or a year or two. And what is not suitable to you right now, it may be suitable a certain time. So all the practices of meditation that you are doing, they're creating a certain level of transformation of consciousness, certain level of transformation of your senses, your perception, your mind, your awareness, and leading towards to the evolution of your consciousness. When you are in the conflict, your consciousness is growing, your senses are growing, may have a rapid growth or rapid transformation, or maybe a very slow transformation, or maybe not very slow transformation, but your acknowledgement of the transformation is very low, and the acceptance of the transformation is very poor. In those circumstances, you may feel that my progress is not having as much as I would have liked to. Also, joy in day-to-day living, I can assure you, joy is always all around you, inside you. Very deep core of your existence is filled with the joy, filled with love. Every part of your being is filled with love and filled with joy. Only matter is how you access it. When you have given access to it, how you nourish it, how you look after it, how you cherish it. Sometimes you can have any opportunities, many opportunities at 20, within the daytime or 12 hour or 14 hour of your day. There are many pockets of moment where you could have had a joyful moment, but you choose not to. Because you rather be happy in your own misery. If misery is not there, you love to make sure you create one. Because you have never learned to be happy. You never trained your mind to be happy. You never trained your senses to be happy. You train them only to be happy in the misery. Because you love one. Otherwise, there is nothing to fix. There's nothing to look after. Nothing to feel sorry for yourself. Similarly, goes to a meditation. When you are meditating, at the moment you are about to attain or feel any calmness of the mind says to you, no, you should not supposed to do that. If your mind is already tamed, you have nothing to meditate for. So mind also plays the same game with you. Joy in your day-to-day practice through the meditation can be created. Remember, meditation is not to bypass your bodily experience. Meditation is not to suppress experience of your senses. Meditation is not for to deny the existence of your senses. Meditation is not to co-create a fantasy. All I can say is completely living in ideal world, at least in the meditation time. That is not meditation. Meditation gives you ability and strength and awareness to face and accept, surrender, and build a faith within you in your own abilities. That how you react or not react, how you respond or not respond, whatever your senses coming in encounter with. The exchange of energy is happening 24/7 through your senses. Through meditation, you get to understand the relationship of the energy and your senses and how your senses should respond or not respond, should accept or not accept, fight or not fight. That is your transformation ability. That is the only role when you're meditating, you're learning to witness who actually you are, how beautiful you are, how ugly you are. But your mind will neither like to accept the beauty, your strength, or your ugliness of the mind, the poison of your mind. You will not accept it. Every time the beauty comes along, you will go in denial mode because I don't want to know good things about me. I don't want to know anything bad things about myself. I want to make sure is I'm absolutely perfect. So when you are meditating, learn to accept. That will build a relationship to your senses. That will build a relationship to accepting the present state, that very moment. Once you have done that, you can create a possibility. Next time meditation you do, you might have completely different experience. You are building a present moment relationship with the senses. You are learning, you are also creating a dynamic understanding of your own self. Diverse understanding of your senses. Certain time to the same circumstances, you may respond very differently. But that is depend on your energy. Some senses are receiving information, producing information, but if you are not conscious and mindful, what kind of response you giving to the energy that you are encountering, you are likely to be creating an unease for yourself, which sometimes equals to a misery. If you like an experience of joy, what you may experience during meditation, transforming or transferring into a day-to-day activity. whatever activity you are doing, try to live in similar state of mind while you're doing every action as you're supposed to. Completely remain neutral. Remain neutral to the outcome. Put your entire focus, emphasis, engagement, contribution of your energy towards to the karma that you are about to do. I can assure you, you will acknowledge the wonderful joy in every action that you are doing. Not in the outcome, but in the action. And that can become a secret to your emotionally, mentally healthy experience throughout the day. But you have to make sure implement that during meditation. Sometime when you go to meditation, if your meditation has pre-calculated outcome, predefined path, journey that you have to go through it, and that just like nowadays I watch the meditation is like a path, narrow path. You go into the tunnel, you have all the lights and the dancing experience, the disco of the mind. Other end you arrive completely clean. That is not the case. Every single person is unique. Every single person's mind is unique to their own self, that given moment. How can everybody have same experience? So when you meditate, do not have expectation. Do not create the outcome. Just pay attention to the process that you are doing. Till even the concept of the process drops, that you forget that process you are doing, that you are doing the meditation, you become silent witness to observe what is happening in your body and with your senses. And still remain alert, watchful, that you are not tricking yourself, your mind is not playing game with you. You think you are evolving, transforming, understanding yourself. Similarly, same time, the mischievous nature of mind is also growing. Mind can also fool you. So remain totally alert, attentive, paying attention to everything. Sometime I have noticed during, not personally, not me, but some people go on some sort of a journey when they meditate out of this body, completely far, far away, which they would like to go, but that will cost money. Like to go to some nice subtropical or tropical weather, seaside, nice, beautiful beach, sunset, but can't afford in real life. At least during meditation, I can make a nice travel and enjoy that journey. If you're looking for a free holiday, enjoy the meditation. That is wonderful at that very time. But don't be disappointed when you come out of meditation. You are in a cold, shivering room and sitting in front of a TV. That will be a disappointment. You will not be coming out of meditation on the beach watching sunset. Again, you have lived in that time very inner conflict, avoiding, escaping, not accepting. If you can be happy in given circumstances where you are, I can assure you, you can be happy anywhere. Replacement therapy is not happiness, but sometimes that's the only one thing we know, replacement. So my opinion or view may be different to many, but when you meditate, pay attention to it and try, even while you are meditating, you finding pain, find a comfort within the pain. Once you move out of it, there is a little bit of comfort, little bit of ease, little bit of joy. Day-to-day activities in from the meditation, observe and what moments during the day the meditation was able to help you to find a moments of little joy. Accepting and surrendering is also a key. So if you can amend your practice, great. If not, come and join me on Wednesday, 7 a.m. every Wednesday, days in meditation on GMT London time. If that day after meditating with me, if you notice any different during that day, and how do you feel next day, and following day, you will be able to tell the difference if you are meditating wrongly, if there is any difference in your experience, the joy of meditation transferring into your day-to-day activities. If you do it regularly, I can assure you, you will have a lots of observation about your own self. I have a one or two more questions. Antapan asking where I can learn Swara Yoga properly. If you are interested in learning Swara Yoga, my first advice is learn Pranayama. Before you learn Pranayama, purify the nadis in your body through the asanas and adopt a clean and healthier diet. Drop any substance that can bring any level of toxicity to your nervous system, to your emotions, and to your mind. Once you have done, come back to me. I can guide you. Or further practices, I think Shivananda, Swami Shivananda, Swami Chidananda Saraswati also used to teach Swara Yoga, but he left his body long back. There are many other people. I know there's one dear friend of mine in Rajasthan. He's also a very good teacher. He can teach you about Swara Yoga, but you can learn as much Swara Yoga you like. If your nadis are blocked and your senses are addicted to the toxicity substance that you consume or you live in that environment, Your Swara Yoga will not give you the result you are expecting or what result you would like to. Because your body, your system will not be aligned with the nature. I have one more question, somebody asking, how to overcome the attachment and pain of rejection when separating from long-term relationship. It is a yoga practitioner. My advice will be practice extra few hours of yoga. Is again any relationship is subject or objectified based on your sense exchange. You feel comfortable, you can relate with somebody equals relationship. The when you can relate to somebody, you have a relationship. Relating with somebody, with the exchange of energy you are making, if that breaks, you cannot relate with the person, your relationship comes to an end. Your relationship comes to an end. Sometimes you can't relate on any level whatsoever, intellectually, physically, emotionally, or even in any form of sense relationship is not there. But you are still calling it relationship. It is basically you carrying the weight. You carry the weight till you get buried yourself inside. And you crying inside every day. I wouldn't call that relationship. But I'm not aware in your circumstances, Yogi Lemana, how to get over the attachment and pain of rejection. Rejection is a subject to an ego. Your ego gets hurt. Once ego gets hurt, you will feel very little. Your worth, the what you feel, is feel very little over somebody else or something. Again, self-inquiry, accepting yourself as individual you are. Your worth cannot be defined by somebody else. How valuable you are to yourself. To them, yes, they can define it, depending on how much they can relate and whatever sense exchange one can make. In your statement, there are two things. One is rejection and one is not accepting. If you build a self-acceptance and relationship to your senses, it will take time, but you will overcome. At present, you are longing, your senses are longing for familiarity. Your senses are longing for comfort. At rejection, same time, your senses and trying to prove that they are the best. You are the best. So, or you feel you are the best, but you got rejected. Somebody else is better than you. need to find yourself through the meditation. Maybe it was a time. Find a good reasons why it got broken up. Meditation is always the key to heal, not to overcome, but to heal your senses. You heal your body, transform the memory that your body is carrying. If your body does not have ability to transform the memory of the cells, memory of the exchange of emotions, you will carry a burden. But once you start living with awareness and your senses, the memory that you create or experience can be transformed there and then. Your karma will remain always zero balance. You will not have any problems. So personally, I will advise to meditate. Go for a good 10-day of Vipassana practice if you can find it, or 20-day of Vipassana practice you can find nearby in your space. And have a self-reflection and self-observation. Seeing your own mind, seeing your own senses can become very helpful for overcoming the pain that your body is experiencing. It is not a little thing. Your body is feeling the pain. It is feeling the pain of separation, is missing familiarity. The connection that your senses, even when you get a little wound in the body, one is healing, when peel off happen, even the healing process sometimes can be very painful. So you might be in the process of healing. Thank you, everyone. On that note, I have a couple more other questions, but time is up. We speak next week. That will be enough for today. Prana.